Hello, Positive Thinkers! This is Teacher Marlo and welcome back to my channel. So in this video lesson, we are going to discuss about solving quadratic equations by the square root method. Alright, how to solve these quadratic equations of these forms? We have x squared equals 25 and x squared equals 100. So to solve these quadratic equations, just simply take the square root on both sides or use the square root principle. So we know that the square root of 25 is positive and negative 5 because it is the product of 5 and 5. So therefore, the square root of 25 is positive and negative 5. And for the square root of 100, so we know that it is a product of 10 and 10. So therefore, the square root of 100 is positive and negative 10. Positive and negative 10 are what we call the roots. Same also with positive and negative 5. So what is the square root principle? So if x squared equals a and a is greater than or equal to 0, then x is equal to the positive square root of a, or x is equal to negative square root of a number. So therefore, a must be greater than or equal to 0. It must be a 0 or any positive integers. Because if it is a negative number, then it will be imaginary. So it is common to indicate the positive and negative solutions by writing the positive and negative square root of a. So, or it is read as plus or minus the square root of a number a. So in the example, x squared equals 25, x is equal to positive and negative the square root of 25, which is positive and negative 5. Because 5 times 5 is 25. And negative 5 times negative 5 is also positive 25. So 25 here is perfect square. So when you say perfect square, it is a positive integer that is obtained by multiplying an integer by itself. So for example, 5 times 5. So that is 25. In simple words, we can say that perfect squares are numbers that are the products of integers by themselves. Alright, so these are other examples of perfect squares. We have 4 because 4 is a product of 2 and 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 9. 3 times 3 is 9. And then for 16, we have 4 times 4. And so many more perfect squares. Now, how to solve this equation? X squared equals 49. So, of course, just use the square root method or simply take the square root on both sides. But before that, just copy first the equation. X squared is equal to 49. And then, just simply take the square roots on both sides. So, cancel the square root, the square. So, what's left here is x. And then, the square root of 49, we know that the square root of 49 is positive and negative 7. Because 7 times 7 is 49. So, there are two roots, the positive and negative 7. Or you can write that also as x equals 7 and x equals negative 7. Okay, next example, we have x squared plus 3 equals 51. So first, we need to move this integer going to the right of the equation. So if you are going to move the number or the variable to the other side of the equation, the sign will going to change. So from positive 3, it will become negative 3. Okay, so you need to write first 51, and then by moving 3 going to the right, it will become negative 3. Okay, next, copy x squared. X squared equals 51 minus 3 is equal to 48. Alright, so 48 is not a perfect square. So therefore, what you are going to do is to find its factors. Find its factors and make sure one factor must be a perfect square. So what are the factors of 48? one of its factor must be a perfect square. 16 and 3. Okay, because 16 times 3 is 48, right? 16 times 3. So 3 times 6, that's 18. Carry 1. 3 times 1 is 3, and then plus 1 is 4. So that's 48. So therefore, the factors of 48 is 16 and 3. And 16 is a perfect square. So we have x squared equals 48 is the product of 16 times 3. Alright, next one is you need to take the square root on both sides. Square root of x squared and the square root of 16 times 3. So square root of x squared is x. Square root of 16 is positive and negative 4. And just write the square root of 3. So you can also separate the two roots. We have x equals positive 4 times the square root of 3. And the other one is equals to negative 4 times the square root of 3. Okay, so these are the two roots. 4 times the square root of 3 and negative 4 times the square root of 3. If you want to convert that to decimal, just simply multiply 4 and the square root of 3, and then other answer, multiply negative 4 and the square root of 3. Right, next one, we have 9x squared equals 4. So we have 9x squared equals 4. So for this example, you need to divide both sides by the numerical coefficient of the quadratic term, which is 9. So dividing both sides by 9. So 9 divided by 9 is 1. 1x squared, or just write x squared. No need to write 1. Okay? And then equals 4 over 9. Next step is you need to apply the square root method. So take the square root on both sides. So cancel here. And then what's left on the left side is x. And the square root of 4 is 2. Positive and negative 2. And the square root of 9 is 3. So therefore, the roots are 2 over 3 and negative 2 over 3. Or you can simply separate the two roots. We have x equals 2 thirds, and the other one is negative 2 thirds. Alright, next example. X squared equals 50. So we have x squared equals 50. Okay, simply take the square root on both sides. So cancel. We have x equals 50 is not a perfect square, so we're going to find its factors. 50 is a product of 25 and 2. Okay, remember, in finding the factors or in taking the square root of a number, make sure one of its factors must be a perfect square. So therefore, 50 is a product of 25 times 2. So for the square root of 25, that is positive and negative 5. And then just write the square root of 2. So therefore, our answers are x equals 5 square root of 2 and negative 5 square root of 2. So next example, solve the quantity 3x minus 2 squared equals 18. So we have the quantity 3x minus 2 squared equals 18. So for this example, we need to eliminate the squared sign. So that is by taking the square root on both sides. Cancel the squared symbol, the squared sign. So what's left on the left is 3x minus 2 equals the square root of 18. You need to think of a factors of 18. Which one of its factors must be a perfect square. So 3x minus 2 equals the square root of 18 is a product of 9 times 2. Because 9 times 2 is 18 and 9 is a perfect square. So we have 3x minus 2 equals the square root of 9 is positive and negative 3 times the square root of 2. Okay, next is you're going to separate the constant term going to the right side of the equation. So negative 2 will become positive 2. Okay, so write first the positive and negative. 3 square root of 2 and then plus 2. Okay, so you need to move negative 2 going to the right, it will become positive 2. Okay, next one is you're going to divide both sides by 3. Divide both sides by 3. So cancel 3 here. So we have x equals positive negative 3 square root of 2 plus 2 all over 3. Okay, so x equals positive and negative 3 square root of 2 over 3 plus. So you can separate the denominator 3. Okay? So 2 over 3. Okay. X equals 3 divided 3 is 1. Okay? So 3 divided 3 is 1 or just cancel that out. So we have positive and negative square root of 2. Then plus 2 thirds. Okay, so you can separate these two signs, the positive and negative, as your roots. So therefore, the answer is, or R, x equals positive square root of 2 or just simply square root of 2 plus 2 thirds. And the other one is x equals negative square root of 2 plus 2 thirds. So those are the roots. Okay, so and that is all for this video. Thank you everyone for watching. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to think positive.